$100 a month, or 100 Little Debbies a month.
Monetary, what is that? Monetary value? Can't say it. The 100 Little Debbie's is more.
I'm taking the Little Debbies.
We
I'm not
knew
hurting.
you were taking the Little Debbie Sleep. You didn't have to tell us your answer.
All right, I'm not.
We could sell them. We could sell them Little Debbie's for $2 a piece and make $200.
I'm just gonna eat them.
That sounds like too much work.
All right, I want the $100.
Yeah, I don't know. Little Debbies.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vol fans of all ages, back again with another Rocky Top Ramble, joined by the beautiful co-host here, Mr. Sleep Dog, Luke, and Christian Moore. How you doing today, boys? Basketball's just got a huge W over the superpower in the purple and gold. The guys from across the plateau, the Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles. How we feeling, fellas?
Man, feeling good. I think our basketball team just about put up as many points as our football team tonight. Our football team almost put up as many as our basketball team did on Saturday. So, good week. Good week here. So,
50
hopefully
burger.
the wins. Yeah, hopefully the wins continue. I'd like to see that.
Would be nice. Sleep, how you feeling? You got that Taco Bell in you. I know it's hitting you hard.
I'm just pissed that Rick Barnes didn't put in Nico.
Nico could have been out there, dude. Is he going to join our volleyball team? Is he going to be a two-sport athlete? That's the real question we need to
Wasn't he an elite, like, high school volleyball player?
Elite volleyball player. Like, this man will probably play for our U.S. beach volleyball Olympics team. I mean, he's that good. He's Dion from Hawaii.
Have you watched, like, Nico volleyball highlights?
No, but we could on this podcast today. But big win, big win. The Pat Summit revenge game over UConn this weekend, 56-3, or was it 59? 59-3. Absolute curb stomping. UConn was talking, dude. They were before the game, after the game. They were chippy with us, and it looked like. I believe I saw an interview with D'Amico Slaughter. He was kind of just saying, hey, if you want that smoke, we got it. It was that was weird to see a inferior opponent come into Neyland and have that kind of, I don't even know what to call it, cockiness. I don't even know what to call it. They got the crap beat out of them though.
I think I would call it stupidity. Whenever you're 1-7 and you walk into Neyland Stadium, you gotta be smarter than that. My gosh, that team was terrible.
If you're gonna pull an upset, you gotta let you can't give the better team any motivation to beat you at all. You just gotta let it be an easy game day for them thinking they got an easy win, and then just go smack them. Sleep, what'd you think about the game?
Elite play all the way around. UConn is, our little brother in everything. They can join Kentucky and Vanderbilt and South Carolina. Gino Auriemma can suck my Vols. Pat Summit's better than him in every way, shape, or form. The uniforms with the Lady Vols blue accents were fire.
As always.
2 years in a row.
We got to bring out the blue uniforms.
Oh, yeah. Absolute heat. And then after that, Joe Milton played like a stud. Nico played great. Bench came in and played like, they wanted to be out there. Got to see D at wide receiver. A lot of things that helped. Very disappointed in the Missouri game and the best coach in the SEC, Dinkowitz, until this week when Josh Heupel owns him again. Just want to
Jalen
go ahead
Wright
and
with another big run. We got to note that 80 plus yard run.
Want to point out that I was the only one that had the Vols by 50 this past week on the pod.
That was a true statement.
That was me.
Look, I'll be honest. I didn't think we had the explosiveness on offense to score almost 60 points, but our defense scored
right.
3 touchdowns.
You can keep doubting. That's fine.
Keep
doubting hype.
Hey,
that's fine.
Look, our defense put up 21 of those points. It was an absolute insane day. UConn.
Last time I checked, Heupel coaches them both. Heupel coaches that defense put up points just as much as he does the offense. All right.
But look, it's a good day to be a Tennessee Vol. I mean, we got out there and the game went exactly how you wanted the game to go. You wanted to see total domination from start to finish, and that's what happened. I mean, UConn wouldn't have scored a point if it wasn't for that triple pass play they did where they got in field goal range, and then we had a couple of penalties to get them down to the goal line. But just a great day. Joe Milton had him a day, Christian. I know you're a little upset by that, but he had him a day. He was looking good. I mean, I know it's UConn, but he hit all the throws that you want him to hit and then some. And then our receivers had a good day, too. I mean, our whole team had a good day, let's be honest. It looks like we're hitting our stride in November, which is very Vol-like, and we're starting to tick at the right time,
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that after the Alabama game, that Joe really it was like a place where he just kind of turned it around. So his last couple weeks, he's played really well. The ball that he threw to Squirrel White across the middle that went for 83 or whatever, 82 yards or whatever it was, I think that is probably his best throw of the year.
It was a good one.
I know that you don't look at that, but if that ball's behind or anything else and Squirrel has to slow down at all, that play turns into a 25, 30-yard gain. Big gain still, but whenever you hit a guy like that with that type of speed in stride, he's got the type of speed to be able to take it the distance. And, we're going to need that coming up this week. We're going to need that moving forward. And, you hope that he can continue to make those type of throws and make the throws downfield that he did. And, for the first time, I mean, it happened at Kentucky, but, for the first time this year, again, we got to see wide receivers running wide open in the secondary like we saw all last year. So that was awesome to see.
Yeah. Our everything just clicked, and it was fun to watch, honestly. It's just one of those games where you can just sit back, enjoy, not be stressed during it, and then just vibe out. Sleep, I see you raising your eyebrows. You got something under your sleeve there?
No, I was just humming to Rocky Top as much as I heard it on Saturday.
Oh, kind of stuck in your head, huh?
You hear Squirrel White across the middle. How many yards did you say?
I think it was like 82 or 83.
Here it is on the replay there. Yeah, that was 80 yards, and Squirrel White just turned on the Jettas. He was gone.
Sleep, what'd you think of like the first 2 drives of the second half? Gotta know.
UConn's where we, dominated.
No, whenever we finally got the ball.
Oh, sorry. Was Nico in?
Nico. We saw Nico this week, boys.
That guy is going to be a stud. And I hate to say that, with it being UConn, but just the pocket presence and the things that he has and all the intangibles and things that he has as a freshman is, I mean, you got to remember this kid's like 18, 19. He's probably 19 years old now. And to be able to do that and do what just the way that he throws it, he's got a freaking cannon of an arm. And I'm excited to watch him play next year. You get Jalen Wright back if he doesn't go. You get so many guys back.
Jalen Wright gone,
And
brother. He ain't coming back.
Yeah, there's no way. But if he
He-
did,
I
he
don't know,
would
man.
he would become the leading rusher in UT history. So
I think can he do
Well,
it
I
this
mean,
year?
but you gotta
it's like 900 yards away. I highly doubt that he would get that. The way we
He
use
can do
you
that.
gotta also think
He gonna get 450 versus Mizzou.
Salute.
you,
Ain't no
you
way
gotta.
he
I
gets
mean, you gotta.
900 yards in 4 games.
Whoa. What is
You
that?
gotta think though too.
That's
I mean,
215 yards a game. There's no way.
Oh yeah, doable.
The way we use our
NFL
running
does it.
backs, there's no way.
NFL doesn't respect running backs right now either. So I mean, you got to think of that too. So he might be able to come out the next year, have an even bigger year, and be able to go towards more even like
When was the
first,
last
second
time we
round.
expected him?
We'll see what happens.
What's
I
that?
think he's gone.
I mean, I don't blame him if he goes at all.
Right.
He's had a year. He's had a year to be able to go.
Right.
I mean, but and like
You gotta get that
okay,
bag.
so then we replace him with Sampson and
What's
Cam
that guy's
Seldon.
name What's that guy's name from Carnes?
I can't remember his name, but he won't play over Cam Seldon.
There's Nico when he went down and he looked like he was hurt. Did y'all see?
Believe-
Did y'all
believe-
did y'all do the same thing I did whenever I saw him fall down like that? I was like, oh god, he's done.
Yeah, I was like typical Tennessee. Get a great 5-star quarterback, and he's gone in the first
Yeah,
play.
tore his ACL.
Yeah, it's Aaron Rodgers at friggin'
Whoa. Aaron Rodgers gonna be back
Yeah,
a month.
dude, I will agree with you though, Christian. Nico, he looked great. He looked exactly what as advertised. You know, everybody talks about Nico, how good he's going to be, and I mean, it looks like he's going to be that guy. Now it's going to be interesting next year to see how he's playing against like SEC schools. Whenever you're on the road, you got a bunch of big time games where you got to perform and the lights are on. But everything that we've seen so far is super encouraging. And also, I think some. Oh, I mean, you can go ahead, but I think something.
Go ahead.
I think something like super big for Nico's development is just sitting this year out and sitting behind Joe and getting to learn the offense, so getting to see how Heupel wants this offense ran, and kind of into the offensive scheme. I think that's going to be huge for him.
I agree. I mean, I just hope that like even if for whatever reason in the past couple of years that Heupel's been there, he's done an unbelievable job. But for whatever reason, it seems like every time we kind of get to these, it takes us a while to get the offense really, really going into the place of like, obviously it's not going to be the way that it was last Saturday every single week, but that's the biggest fear for next year for me is just like, I think that we're going to be, I mean, we return so many people in the front seven of the defense. We return quite a bit of those guys like that are rotating in and out and different things. Like we return a lot of the guys on the offensive side of the ball as well. But that turnover from Hooker to Joe this year, and you saw that it took till what game was that? Whenever we played Alabama, Game 7, and it took to that long for Joe for it to finally just like click. And you hope that you don't have that lag because I mean even in Hooker's first year, whenever he took over the offense, it took him a little bit to get going, and so you hope that like you don't come out of the gates slow,
Unless you
kind of trying to find your offense, kind of trying to find everything for it then to you to flip up and lose to Florida, who got beat by 2-6 Arkansas this week.
bless you.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like part of that's just I mean, there's not many offenses like ours, so it's hard for players to adjust, whether they're older like Camden and Joe, or if they're younger like Nico will be. It's an offense that's not the easiest to get in and flourish in right away, but it's also one that once you understand it and you get comfortable in it, it's going to reward you for just making the right play. I mean, Heupel's arguably one of the best coaches in college football at just drawing people open and play calling, play styles, play design is kind of what I'm
The
going
GOAT.
for there. I mean, just really, really good play designs all around for Heupel, and he sets his plays up well. So once the quarterbacks get in and understand that, I mean, they're vibing. One more thing I wanted to point out about the game, we had a really cool moment for Tennessee fans, Vol fans everywhere. Heath Schuler watched his son Navy Schuler get some snaps in at quarterback there at the end of the game. While Heath Schuler, he was on the big screen on the jumbotron there, watching Navy get those snaps at the end of the game. Really cool moment for Vol fans. I'm sure that meant a lot to, or maybe not meant a lot, but I'm sure that was a lot cooler for our dad's age people, rather than us. But I mean, I thought it was cool, but I didn't really get to watch Heath Schuler play too much. I'm a little too young for that.
Don't care.
You don't care, dude. That's messed up. We might have to move Sloop out of here, dude.
Was it?
I know.
Huh? Yeah, he's
Fourth
number 21, Navy Schuler. He transferred to Tennessee just to be backup, to be at Tennessee because his dad played
Oh, so he wasn't even our first pick. Oh, okay.
there. Dude, this guy's ridiculous.
So he is. He talks like he wants to wear the orange colored glasses all the time. Then you throw out something like that about how his dad was an all-time great here and his son got to play on the same field that he did, and then all of a sudden he just doesn't care.
I know.
So
those
orange colored glasses are
they're one way
that's what they
glasses.
are.
They're one way. Your
Yeah.
eyes got to be dilated a certain way to see out of them.
Yeah. They're Sloop glasses. I don't know what that means.
Sleep glasses. Oh, he just left. He turned his camera off. Sleep, turn your camera back on. You just messed up everything. We've got Lunchbox in here under your name now.
He's gone.
Hello.
He's gone. He's gone forever.
Aaron Hernandez. He's back. Here he is.
There he is. He made it.
Back and better than ever. But yeah,
That
good
Taco
game.
Bell must have ran through him.
Good game on Saturday. Exactly how you want it to be. Can't ask for much more. Pretty much that's all you can recap is it was just total domination. Everybody looked good. I think we do need to throw out there our Little Debbie player of the game. Sloop, I'll let you go first because I know how much you like these Little Debbie player of the games.
Player of the game. Tough. Gotta go Jalen Wright. No. Do I?
I know who mine is.
I'm going the defense. You throw 21 on the board.
Defense,
I don't care
that's
if you're
fair.
playing. I don't care who you're playing. You throw 21 on the board, you got a defense. Defense in general, that's my player of the game.
Bang, defense.
That's just 11. That's just 11 more Little Debbies they get. We'll ship them up there this week.
Send them up that way. Christian, what do you think here? Who's your player of the game?
Sloop took mine. Me and Sloop are going to agree on something.
Shit.
It was the defense.
I'm changing
the way that the defense played. You get 21 points. That was a school record game. So you get 21 points from the defensive side of the ball, and you're not named Iowa. That's pretty good.
I definitely thought Christian was going to go Nico.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say Nico too. After 2 drives, player of the game, Nico. He's the reason why we won. But I'm going to go with the McDonald's man himself, Joe Milton. Go get your $7 McDonald's meal, Joe Milton meal from McDonald's. That includes the Little Debbie player of the week, Little Debbie. I thought he had a great game. Hit every pass that you want him to hit. Great completion percentage. Threw for touchdowns, ran for a touchdown. I mean, just a good game out of Joe. Not much you could say other than that. there's really like 6 different guys that you could say they just played really good. So hard to pick out one, but I was going to do it. I wasn't going to do the cop out. Oh, it's the defense answer. I was going to go with the man, number 7, Joe Milton. But let's transition into.
Our defense only gave up 50 yards in the second half. That's pretty dang impressive.
Yeah, they were crazy. I wasn't actually hating on the defense, but
just hating on me, Chris.
Yeah, just hating on y'all. Just hating on y'all.
They gave up 200 in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Bend don't break. Excuse me. I say it's time to transition to talk about another quarterback here. One that's the journeyman, just rocketing around to NFL organization's 5th organization in the calendar year. Astro Dobbs. With the Vikings for 6 days before he takes a start. Doesn't know the wide receivers' names. The line doesn't even know his snap cadence. That was the first time he had taken a snap from their center. And he comes in and leads the Vikings to victory. And not only to just any victory, Sloop. They were down. But they weren't out. A game-winning drive orchestrated by the one and only Josh Dobbs. We saw some great runs. I mean, he looked like vintage Tennessee Josh Dobbs, but in the NFL. I mean, that was fun to watch.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Josh Dobbs, best Tennessee NFL quarterback we've ever seen.
Sleep, you say.
God. What in the world? Can we edit that out?
Who else we got?
Peyton Manning.
Sorry.
Hey, this guy's orange tinted glasses are flipped upside down right now. Jesus Christ.
But Peyton Manning, arguably one of the greatest ever. Dobbs.
Dobbs is top.
He's top what?
Top 3.
Sure. I mean, I'm excited to see what he does with the Vikings. I'm trying to think. They haven't had many two good quarterbacks. T. Martin played for the Ravens.
Bomb.
Heath Schuler, whenever he came out, I think did he go to the Jets?
Bomb.
I have no idea. We really haven't had that many good NFL quarterbacks besides Peyton Manning.
No.
But I mean, hey, when you think of a Tennessee quarterback, everybody thinks of Peyton. So.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, you think of Dobbs. But he looked great. I mean, game-winning drive. Threw it to a guy from Florida. Mentioned that in his interview. I love Josh Dobbs because he's always repping Tennessee, dude. Every time he talks, bro, he always talks about the Vols, man. He is a Vol for life through and through, man.
VFL.
He's a VFL. I mean, him and Peyton they're both like that. I would like to see a little... Dude, it'd be cool to see Peyton and Dobbs get together for a cast of a Tennessee game.
They have Peyton has that little show on ESPN Plus. I think he's got an episode with him.
Oh, really?
Peyton's Place.
Yeah, Peyton's Place.
Cool,
yeah, I think he's got an episode with him.
That would actually be really cool to watch.
So go watch it tonight whenever you're going to sleep.
Maybe I'll be on Fortnite for 6 hours.
Oh my God, Fortnite.
Fortnite.
The Josh Dobbs thing though is so freaking cool. Just because, if you get to go back and listen to the interviews and everything after the game, I don't know how long the headset actually stays on in the quarterback's ear, but I guess it shuts off at a certain time into the play clock, and I don't know exactly when that time is. But you listen to, I think is his name Kevin O'Connell? Is that their head coach?
Yeah,
I don't know. He's good.
Yeah, Kevin O'Connell.
He is such a good coach. But he literally was sitting there talking about everything that was going on in the play, and he was telling Dobbs okay, here's the route. He was telling Dobbs to call the play, telling Dobbs to play, having Dobbs call the play, and then while he's walking up to the line, he's saying, okay, so here's what we're trying to do here. You see this guy over here, number 26 on the defense, whatever, corner. We're trying to high-low him here. So if he goes with the high route, throw the under. If he goes with the low route, throw the one over the top of him. And he was walking all the way up to the line, telling him that until it would cut out in his headset, and just walking him through the plays like, hey, okay, so on this play you're going to have a a dig route here at 15 yards. You're going to have a slant here. You're going to have all these route concepts. He was telling him while he was walking to the line what was going to be coming up to happen. He'd never thrown one pass to any of those receivers, never done anything. And then what's even crazier to even think about is their absolutely emergency quarterback was Cam Akers, who tore his Achilles in the game. And so it was Dobbs or nothing. And man, just the way that is, like the way that everything kind of came out and the story that it was, because I mean, even down there at Arizona, you watch them play without Dobbs, and they were terrible.
There's nothing in Arizona, dude. There's Hollywood Brown, and that is it.
You took Dobbs off that team, man. It's a completely different ball club, and
they also
it's just awesome. Yeah, it's just awesome though to watch the locker room and see how they rallied around him, and he was there for 5 days and he won the locker room over. Yeah. And it just speaks to the type of person that Dobbs is, and like the person that he was at Tennessee, and just getting to see him play the way that he did, man. I'm just so happy for him, and it's an awesome look for Vol Nation too. So shout out Josh Dobbs.
Definitely makes Vol fans proud, for sure.
For sure.
And it's like, hey, that guy's from Tennessee, telling your buddies, from other states and stuff. You see that guy?
I hate
Vol.
I hate he had to play under Butch Jones.
Well, hey, he had a lot of talent around him too. At least we just couldn't get it done coaching wise. So let's transition into something here. The basketballs got a big W today over Tech. They've gotten a big W over Michigan State in a cool exhibition game that I think we should continue to do every year.
We've done it 3 years in a row.
Against Michigan State?
No, we've done it against highly ranked opponents.
I think we should do it against Michigan State every year, and that was pretty cool.
I hate Michigan State.
That's kind of why I want to do it. But aren't Izzo and Coach Barnes, aren't they like good buddies?
I don't know. They had a national suck-off fest during the game. They had headsets on both coaches, and they were both like, "Oh, this guy's great. Oh, he's great." Yeah. I don't know what to say.
You think that was just talk, or you think they're actually buddies?
I don't know. I think that Barnes. I think it's impossible to hate Rick Barnes. And if you do, you're probably signed your life away to the devil. And Tom Izzo is such a legendary coach that everybody likes him too. So I mean, I think that both of them they have a lot of respect for each other, whether or not they're buddies or not.
It's cool to see a game in that environment that early in the season.
I don't think either one of them are. I don't think either one of them are having a glass of milk later.
You don't think so?
Yeah, no Barnes ain't drinking a beer. Barnes ain't drinking a beer. So
maybe wine.
Reverend Rick.
He looks like a wine guy, Sloop. Come on.
Who?
Rick Barnes.
Reverend Rick does not partake in anything that would ruin that temple of a body he has.
I kind of agree with Sloop here. I don't think he's had a drop of alcohol ever.
That man don't even practice on Wednesday nights, Christian.
He's only had orange Gatorade in his life.
I'd say that's probably whenever they do offensive install on Wednesday nights because they suck at
it. Anyways, Zakai Ziegler, he's back from the ACL injury. That's awesome. 8 months, I believe. 8 months. He almost to the day. Great return for Zakai. And then I also want to talk about the big man on campus, the new guy that we got, the transfer, Sloop Connect. I don't know how to say his name correctly yet. But he looks dang good.
Connect. he's going to be really good.
I mean, he's very talented. He's very, very talented scoring the ball. And he can shoot. Did we lose?
What am I holding for?
Huh?
What are we holding for?
Holding.
I think Christian said hold on.
No, I didn't. My thing.
Something got out.
Just shorted out there.
Yeah, mine. Connect had out. His name's Dalton Connect. He had 17 points. Josiah Jordan James had 15. Everybody's going to talk about Connect and how great he is because he really is, and probably going to be up for SEC Player of the Year. But Jordan Gainey had 11 off the bench. He is going to be a massive piece to what we do. Both those guys are out of the transfer portal. Jemai Meshack, a great defensive piece for us. Toby Awaka and Jonas Idu have got to be able to. They've got to be able to control around the rim and around the boards. That's going to be what destines how we do is how they do around the rim because you know what Connect's going to bring to the floor. You know what Vescovy's going to bring to the floor. Vescovy actually had a bad night. 1 for 6, 0 for 4 from 3, 2 points. But Jordan Gainey and Dalton Connect, they're going to be the offensive output for these teams. I mean, yeah. And if you sleep on both of them, you've got Triple J standing out there, pulling from 30 feet. So
Gainey's got to be on the floor more. He needs to start over Vescovy. I can just go ahead and tell you that right now.
Yeah, I mean, y'all know me. I'm not as big of a basketball mind as you guys, but I think our team this year is got a lot of depth compared to previous years.
It's so deep, and that would be like the hardest thing. And like Coach Barnes, like that's what's going to be weird about this year is I think that you're going to see a lot of different lineups kind of throughout the starting five. Because to find out which one really works and clicks together. But I think that the Gainey kid and Dalton Connect got to be on the floor at the same time. And they need to be out there a lot because if you got those two, and then, then you could roll off and put, if you have, say you play small and you put Josiah Jordan James at the 4, you got Adu still in there, which is like a 7-footer. And then you play either Ziegler or, just Vescovy there. Play Vescovy in that spot. Then you've literally got 5 guys that could shoot it from the perimeter. And you've got 2 guys for sure that probably 2 guys really for sure that can go and create and make their own shot. And you've got a Vescovy who can be a knockdown 3-point shooter, which is all he needs to be. Is stand over there in the corner, don't dribble, and shoot the ball. And then you've got just a scrappy player with Triple J. Triple J's like he's one of those guys that he may not score a point one night, but he'll have 16 rebounds somehow, and you don't know where he got them. And he's just so scrappy. He's very good defensively, and he's a leader, man. I like watching him play. I definitely thought he was going to be more of an offensive guy whenever we got him because he was a McDonald's All-American 5-star whenever he came in. And this is like year 5 or so 4, maybe 6. I don't know, but he's scrappy. But that Dalton Connect and Gainey they got to put up a lot of shots. I want them shooting the ball as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this year. Especially I really haven't watched basketball that much in previous years. Like I'll watch the games, and if there's a big game on, I'll watch it. But I'm excited to watch more of Tennessee basketball this year, mainly for the podcast, but also just to get into it because I really haven't been a huge college basketball guy. Like I've always just watched more NBA than college basketball, but I'm excited to kind of dive into the Vols basketball this year. But with that,